sum it up. So I help entrepreneurs in various ways. There are some couple of plans I do. I do mentoring on a smart app, and I do mentor on a call. I run on a program. I do more of a resident mentor where I work with them on their case, as well as I do a mentornet where I connect with them and I try to take charge for helping them getting all the market connects and all. That's it I have to share for today. And I open the floor forum for questions. Any questions I'm ready to address and answer.
Would you like to share these PPTs so that we can get a little more into detail of, there are so many thoughts you have brought into this, is worth reviewing.
Sure, I can actually share that. You can leave your contact and mobile number and email on the chat. I'll take the chat and I'll reach out to you. I'll share this, no problem. Yes, any other questions? Any other? Okay, so I think hope the storyline got connected. So the essence of trying to bring out this kind of storyline is like I'm working with startups day in day out, and what I see is like they somehow have either the aspiration of becoming an entrepreneur, but they don't understand what entrepreneur has to do, or they're doing something as an entrepreneur, but they don't understand the aspiration or having that attitude or the approach, and mixing both of them and trying to actually deliver to stand up and solve a problem. Because if we can really start looking at solving problems, then we are good enough to go. Yes, I have a hand raised by Rajiv. Yes, Rajiv, do you have any questions?
I'm on, finally. I started my company way back in 1995. So as a one-man army, and now we are almost 100 people. And we never had this concept of startups and all these things. And and very special first time in the world kind of machine design and manufacturing, IoT. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, hello? We hear you.
Yeah.
Please go.
Am I audible now?
Yes, yes.
Am I audible now?
Yeah. Yes, yes, you are audible. Please go ahead.
Much better. Yeah.
Yeah.
I switched off. Yeah. So we are looking for funding, but unfortunately, our passion is not shared by the investors. So we have to go the slow way.
Yeah.
So how do we bridge this? And I really don't understand what the investors are looking for, in the sense that we know where we can take this entire game up to. I mean, it's scalable, it is, everything is there, but somehow we are not able to get across to the investors about our passions and our plans. And how do we break this logjam?
I think there's purely a connect issue with the investor, because investors are typically driven only on one factor: their money has to multiply. And the moment you say it's an IoT or a software, their expectation is like tremendous. Like they expect 20x, 30x of the X they invest into your company. So they're always looking from that kind of an approach, how they can make 20x from the X they invest. So they are seeing that size of, I mean, they're typically looking to buy the entire 30x worth of a company from you today for the X they are investing with you today. So that's how the mindset, typical mindset of the investor. So we had to gauge, but some of them are also very generous at 30x or 20x that is set. So not only they fund, they also give the support, and they also take you to various places where it can get that kind of benefit or that kind of connection. So there are various kinds of investors and various things, but typically this is the game. So if you are expecting X amount of investment, they see 20x from it, and they think, what is the value when you buy 20x? They don't buy it on X. And we are looking at X minus 1/2 or X 1/10 of X for us to take care of the current expenses and reserve some part of it for the future and then try to grow. That is how we put a lot of little things like X1, X2, X3 to make it the X, which is the fund we look at. But they look from 20X and they trade from 20X. That's where the disconnect is. So this has to be realigned, and this positioning has to be done. And the best way is to create a model that they understand and they play with their own imagination. Yeah. The business model.
I think our problem is we are unable to create that model. We know there is 20X, but unfortunately we are unable to show it to them right now. We know it is there.
Exactly.
We have the customers, we have the wherewithal, but unfortunately, I think that's where the translator, maybe we need a mentor probably.
Yes, sure. I can definitely help. Let's connect offline and try to understand more in detail, so that we can really take it to a next level. Yeah.
Sure, will do.
Okay. Thanks, Mr. Ravi.
Money.
Yes, Susha.
Basically, what Mr. Ravi Kumar said is you help in the realigning of the project report that you will be giving to the investors and hand-holding, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if a startup, you have shown a flow of mentor, advisor, and then,
advisor. Yeah.
Yeah. So what happens if the companies think about, oh, why should I go for all this mentor and all? Let me go for a consultant. Then what happens to that organization? That's where they fail?
They will not fail. They might end up in a compromise. Because what happens is, see, today investors are also looking at three things. One, are the startups mentable? Meaning, can they help startups in some way or the other? Because it's not always money. People have moved across money. Is it mentable? Can we suggest something to the team? That is the first thing. Now, when the team itself, they don't have a mentor, it's very clear they're not mentable. So that's when the challenge for him. So how it will change my perception of after investing? So will it go in the right direction? So he has his own fears. Second, having it investable. So investable is purely from a statutory point, like whatever the deal I'm trying to get into, like with 1 crore or 2 crore I'm trying to invest, what is the equity I'm going to get? And how much money I'll make from this company? And when I exit, let's say I want to exit in 3 years or 5 years, what is that money I'll make? So that is more of an investable activity that only we have to take the help of a valuer and a company secretary to answer that problem. 80% of startups only focus on that problem, because once they think they are investable, they are in lucrative condition, people will come and invest the money. But they miss the mentable part. And the last one is scalable. Unless until the startup is scalable, why would let's say I give a simple example here. Let's say I have 1 lakh rupees. You would like to suggest me to invest in SBI or any normal bank that I've started yesterday? Obviously SBI, because the scalability of SBI is very clear. I don't need to go back and answer myself. But in the same way, if the local bank that has opened next door can give up, can show me some kind of promising roadmap that they can grow, they can scale. This is the market. This is the kind of opportunity they can create for the money that I'm giving to them. Then, see, if the startup cannot make that money, I will never get my money back. I don't even get the invested money back. So that's where.
So you are talking about the risk here.
It's not about the risk. Risk can happen from any direction.
Yeah.
It's typically the kind of the outlook or the big picture or the roadmap. Do they have a roadmap? Can they scale it up? Like, let's say I'm good in selling some products in Bengaluru. Can I sell the same products exactly in Delhi? If I look at that way, what is the cost? The cost is only the logistic cost. If I add up to logistics, let's say maybe I sell the product in Bengaluru at 100 rupees. I might add some 10 rupees of logistic cost. I might sell in Delhi also. So that makes a scalable option. I can take to anywhere in the world. Now, if I want to take it to US, maybe I have to add 50 rupees more because the logistic cost is more. So that's when the investor will say, instead of adding 50 rupees, why can't I start a new office in US and start manufacturing the products there itself? So
Okay.
this is how the scalability, this is the flexibility in the business that can help investor to take decisions where he can grow his money, where he can see that kind of actions done in the plan or in the way the startup has been created. So that is the most important part also as well. So if it is mentable, investable, and scalable, then you are in the sweet spot for any investor, irrespective of any sector, irrespective of any size of ticket of funding. It can go up to $50 to $100 million as well. There is no cap on it.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
But now
Okay.
I am online. So yeah, I mean, it's a pretty interesting discussion which is going on, and I'm very much liking the thing. Please go on. Yeah.
I think we are almost done. We are at the end. What I'll do is I please share your phone number and email. So I'll add you on the WhatsApp. Once I upload this video to YouTube, I'll share the link to you. You can go
Okay.
there and you can review this video again, so that you might get once again some more insights. And in any other queries, I can help you out from there.
No, it is very interesting and very informative. In fact, what you are basically
One more little thing.
what one needs to focus, as I see, as I make it out of from the whole thing, is that you need to focus on the the pulls, like you were mentioning about Ola and Uber, where the pull is already there, the janta is going, and you just need to step on that current and then you just carry on, rather than
Yeah.
advertising and trying to pull people. And that is a thing which will also get you customers even when you have gone on a holiday, for that matter.
Exactly. That's why brand recall is very important when you're in the viral mode. That time you should not try to do any kind of stunts on advertisement, stunts on branding and all, because the entire thing will collapse. It's a very delicate issue. Brand recall is a very delicate issue.
It was pretty interesting, yeah.
Thank you, Rajiv. From my side today, thanks for joining the session and making it wonderful. Thanks for everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for all your
Thank you,
insights.
Mani.
Thank you,
Thank
Mani,
you,
for
everybody.
the knowledge sharing.
Thank you, Mani. It was quite interesting. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
See you.
Diyospati. Thank you.